Hi, everyone. I am Jenny Chu. For all the media members in the building, welcome to Chase Stadium. And for all tuning in, thank you so much for joining us on the live stream. Today, we have a very special announcement. The Inter-Miami Foundation and UNICEF are teaming up to support education across Latin America and the Caribbean. I'd love to now introduce all of the beautiful, well-dressed people on stage today. We're going to go ahead and start. Jorge Mas, Inter-Miami managing owner, co-owner, David Beckham, and Inter-Miami Foundation Director, Adriana Sandoval. I would also like to warmly welcome Inter-Miami co-owner, Jose Mas, and Inter-Miami President of Business Operation, Xavier Asensi. And from UNICEF, please help us with a warm welcome to the Global Director of Education and Adolescent Development from UNICEF, Pia Rebello Brito. And the UNICEF USA President and CEO, Michael Nineheis. David, let's begin with you. The best dressed all the way on the left. You have been a UNICEF Global Ambassador for 20 years. Tell us what role football plays as a powerful change agent and what it means to you to see the two organizations you are so ingrained in come together today.
Well, firstly, good morning, everybody. You know, I've been very proud of my role for the last 20 years, and it's probably been more than 20 years. You know, I've been ambassador for 20 years, but I've been involved with this organization for a long, long time, probably since I was 17 years old. And it was an organization that I really wanted to be involved in because it was something that, you know, that I was passionate about, helping children around the world to have, you know, better lives and to feel safe. So I'm very proud of that. And now, you know, we have the opportunity of two of my biggest passions, Inter-Miami and UNICEF, coming together. And we're both doing the same things in a different way, of course. But, you know, with Miami, me, Jose, Jorge have always talked about empowering young people, giving young people the opportunities to live their dreams, which is why it's freedom to dream. And it's the same with UNICEF. UNICEF are an incredible organization that are doing so much for so many disadvantaged children around the world. So the two of us coming together is very powerful. I've always spoke about football, soccer being a change. It can change children's lives. It can change people's lives. It's a sport that has the unique side of it to actually change people's lives. So the two of us coming together, it's something that we're very proud of as an organization, and I know UNICEF are very proud of this as well.
Thank you so much for that, David. I completely agree with soccer, football, having the ability to change lives. Pia, can you now explain to our viewers how the programs UNICEF and the Inter-Miami Foundation are implementing will assist in education?
Thank you, and a really good morning, and what a glorious day to be together. I mean, just in all ways, the weather, but also what we're talking about. So let's start with the basics. Every child is born to learn. Every human being is born to learn. It's our basic biology. It's in our brain. And every child dreams. Every child has a dream. But the reality is that for far too many children in the world, that dream is just dissipating. Because as society, as systems, we're failing children. And when it comes to education and learning, we're failing them in two central ways. First, there are millions of children around the world who don't have access to learning. 250 million children around the world. Let that number sink in. 250 million children around the world are excluded from learning. And those who are making it into school are not getting what they need. They're not getting the quality they need. Either there's funding cuts, the teachers aren't there, there's not the learning materials. So we're really not enabling that development, that learning, which is our biology, to take place. And David, you're so passionate about this. The most hit by the crisis are the girls. the adolescent girls. And we know when we invest in girls, we're investing in families, communities, but economies and countries. So when we take this situation and zone in on Latin America, we add to it a few more layers of complexity. We add to it economic fragility. We add to it a political instability. We add to it violence. So focusing on this is critical. And why I said it's a glorious day today? Because today is a day of solutions. Today is a day when we are bringing together a change to address this. Across the 5 countries, when we look at Argentina, bringing teacher solutions, when we look at Honduras, bridging the digital divide, when we look at El Salvador, getting kids back into school, when we look at Haiti, continuing learning despite the disruptions of the political instability. We look at Mexico, we're getting kids from learning to work. I mean, this is a day of solutions. This is a day of change and power, and which is why it is so very exciting to be here. So I want to offer immense, heartfelt thanks to our amazing Goodwill Ambassador for decades, who has not gone back from shining a light on where it is the most pressing need for children. I want to thank Jorge, I want to thank Jose, we want to thank the Inter Miami Club for really making this a global endeavor to make dreams come true for every child. And very much want to thank the Inter Miami Club Foundation, Adriana, for bringing this together. I believe what we are doing now and what we're doing today is an investment in children, learning their future, but it's an investment in the economies and a part of the world that needs the attention. So, let's go. It's game time.
Absolutely beautiful, Pia. Thank you so much. A beautiful segue into Adriana here. Adriana, talk us through Inter Miami Foundation's mission and why partnering with UNICEF is so important to that.
Yes, thanks, Jenny. Good morning, everybody. Thank you for being here. It's a big day for the foundation, so it's very exciting. Let me start off by saying I'm very fortunate to work for an organization and an ownership group that truly embodies philanthropy. So we have the Moss family, who's been giving back in the scope of education for over 30 years. And you just heard Mr. David Beckham over there say that he's, dedicated the last 20 years of his life to showing us that we need to invest in children globally. So when UNICEF approached us and said, hey, would you be interested in exploring this opportunity and partnership? First, I took it to Xavier Asensi, our president of business operations, and said, can we? And he very, very blessedly said yes. So I have a lot of support behind this internally. That being said, this partnership with UNICEF is the beginning of a new era for the foundation. We have been around since 2020, but I think it's fair to say that it hasn't really been clear what the foundation wanted to focus on. And I think today I can very clearly tell everybody that we want to focus on one thing that we feel is extremely strong. It's what inspires, futures and dreams, and that's education. So the Inter Miami CF Foundation will focus its efforts on making sure that every child has access to quality education. And that could be locally, that could be globally. And that's where UNICEF comes in. We know that we have the bandwidth here in our backyard. We have the bandwidth here in the US. With UNICEF with us, we have the bandwidth globally. And you will hear freedom to dream all over the place. And we truly stand by that as an organization. So we just want to make sure that across the globe, these kids have the freedom to dream, because with education comes that bright future and those dreams for a better life. So we're very lucky. I'm very grateful. I'm looking forward to these next 3 years, hopefully many more. And then I guess my final part is what is next, what starts now? And now, honestly and truly, starts my job, which is to make as much money as possible. So the more we fundraise, the more we can help, and the more children that we will be able to assist. So I'm very happy to say that our fans can start supporting Right now on our website, we are live with the Donate Here button, and those funds will go to this partnership with UNICEF. And then tomorrow at Chase Stadium at our home opener, fans have the opportunity to choose to donate their change at all of our concession stands, and that will be a donation to the Inter Miami CF Foundation. We do have some secrets up our sleeves that will come to light in the summer, and we're very excited for you guys to see that, and I'm sure you guys are going to see lots of great things from the foundation.
Amazing. Very exciting, Adriana. Looking forward to seeing those little secrets pop up as the summer goes along. I won't let that go now. Michael, a great time to bring you in. What impact can a partnership that bridges sport and philanthropy create?
Yeah, thank you very much. Really exciting to be here. And as a longtime Major League Soccer fan, as a former college player, and as a former coach of my children's Little League teams, I couldn't be more excited to be part of this great collaboration between our two organizations. Over the years, I have really seen the power of soccer to bring together communities and countries and continents even, and to really elevate important causes. And that's what we're seeing today with the power of the Inter Miami CF Foundation really coming alive to connect to this global work that we're doing and to leverage the power of the fan base, of the players, and of the ownership to really make a difference for the children that we're targeting in these first 5 countries in Latin America and the Caribbean. At UNICEF, we talk about a mission that is to relentlessly pursue a world in where every child is healthy, educated, protected, and respected. And we've been doing that work for 80 years successfully. We have a long track record of making a difference in the lives of children. Over this really recent period of time, we've been part of cutting under 5 child mortality in half to bring the number of polio cases among children down 99.9%, to increase by 40% the number of children who are entering primary school. This is all really important work, and there's so much more beyond it. But that work doesn't happen without partnerships, really valuable partnerships. And that is at the core of UNICEF's work, is to build strong partnerships. And in this case, we need the voices of key leaders like David and Jorge and Jose to really leverage the power of their global brand to influence an American audience, to engage with young people and families, to rally all of them to help support this really important education work that we're focused on. Despite all of the success we've had in child well-being, children today are under more stress and under more crisis than we've seen ever before. Issues of climate change, of conflict, of economic and political disruption have really made the situation for children in too many places really, really difficult. And what's required now is new and innovative partnerships that will draw the attention of new people to these issues. And I think that's what we can do together, is draw the attention of a new cohort, a new coalition of people that will rally around this important work. Maybe just lastly, I'll say that we talk often at UNICEF about the rights of children, the rights to health and education and protection and respect. But one of those rights that's anchored in for children is the right to play. We understand the power and importance for mental and physical health of children having access to play. And sport is such a big part of that. So while there's a lot of serious issues here that we're dealing with, we want to have a lot of fun as well, a lot of play, and put sport at the center and use that as a driving force. And we just couldn't be more thankful for this new and innovative partnership with longtime friends like David, with new friends like Jorge and Jose and the foundation as well. So thanks for having us. We're really grateful to be here.
Thanks so much for that, Michael. Beautifully said. Jorge, we know how much your family has done for our communities and how much harnessing the power of football to do good is something that is so ingrained in the ethos of what Inter Miami is. Since day one, what does it mean to you to be announcing this partnership with UNICEF today?
Thank you, Jenny, and I want to echo a welcome to everyone here and everyone who is watching to your home, to the home of Inter Miami. But more importantly, what is and what will be Inter Miami always, and it was a product of a dream. And with David, with my partner, with my brother Jose, for me it's an amazing honor and privilege to be here today, to be able to announce something of amazing impact. because everything that we do is done through the prism of impact. And watching David's example of being a UNICEF Global Ambassador for so many years and making a difference, the involvement of our family in philanthropy, especially in education, to give an opportunity to young men and women who dream of a better future, give them the ability to make those dreams come true. And we've been very blessed as a family. And we're extremely blessed to have this team, this foundation that is an outreach of a team. And I think symbols matter. And when you look at the inverted herons, which is the symbol of the foundation, it's in the shape of a heart. And a heart symbolizes love. And I think that everything that we're doing as a team and in our partnership with UNICEF is based on love. And it's based on the ability to be able to give resources and raise resources to make a difference and impact in the countries that we're deciding to invest our philanthropy. So for us, today's an amazing day to announce something like this. The ability to give back sometimes brings more smiles than the ability to achieve. And although I think this is a stadium, full of joy and potential joy and smiles, and we kick off the 25 season, regular season tomorrow, and we had an amazing result in our Champions League a few days ago in extreme weather, which I think showed amazing character, not only of our team, but everything that the values that we represent. But for me today, honestly, an honor and a privilege, the ability to be able to announce this, to continue making an impactful difference, to see how this is going to grow. This is, just one program that hopefully we want our foundation to continue to make a difference in. And once more, I think it's a message. I think everything that we do is a symbol. It's setting an example for people to be aware of what happens around our world, that people do not have the same opportunities and chances that we have, many of us have, living here in the United States. So for me, again, it's kudos. Adriana, thank you for putting all of this together. Thank you to UNICEF, David, my brother, for all of this, and this is going to be a very successful project. So as we say many times, adelante, which means forward. Thank you.
Thank you all for joining us for this groundbreaking partnership. An honor to be on the stage with you guys.
Thank you.